If you live with a cat, there will inevitably be times when you have to leave the house. Maybe it's for work, maybe it's school, maybe a business trip, or maybe you're just stepping out for a few hours. And most of us comfort ourselves with a familiar thought. They're cats. They're independent. Being home alone should be fine. Some cats do seem completely normal when their owners are away. They don't cry. They don't destroy anything. They don't act out. But science tells a very different story. Research into feline behavior shows that many cats are not actually fine at all. They're just suffering quietly. And here's the saddest part. Most of that stress doesn't come from being abandoned. It comes from everyday things owners do, believing they are acts of love. If you've ever thought that as long as your cat has enough food and water, everything is okay, this video may completely change how you see the idea of leaving your cat home alone. Are cats really okay when you're not home? Cats are often described as independent animals that don't rely much on humans. This belief is so widespread that many people use it to reassure themselves every time they leave home for the entire day. But years of research into feline behavior suggest the opposite. Cats form emotional bonds with their caregivers, and these bonds have a direct impact on their nervous system. When you leave the house, especially if you leave suddenly or in a stressed emotional state, your cat's brain receives a very clear message. Something in the environment has changed. The problem is not that you leave. The problem is how you leave and what emotional signals you leave behind. Mistake 1. Overly emotional goodbyes. Many cat owners have the habit of picking up their cat right before leaving the house. They speak in a sad voice. They hug longer than usual. They kiss their cat repeatedly. Some even come back one more time because they feel guilty walking away. To humans, this feels like love. To a cat, it's a warning sign. Cats read human emotions through tone of voice, body language, and overall tension. When you behave as if leaving the house is a big, emotional, and sad event, your cat's brain interprets it as danger. In response, the cat's nervous system increases the release of stress hormones. Over time, your cat learns that every time you leave, something bad or frightening is about to happen. Researchers have observed that cats whose owners perform very emotional goodbyes often show higher anxiety when left alone. They may pace back and forth. They may cry at the door. They may refuse to eat. The solution is surprisingly simple. Make leaving the house the most boring event of the day. No rituals, no sad voices, no extra hugs. Normalcy is what makes cats feel safe. Mistake 2. Leaving the house in a state of chaos. For many people, mornings are rushed. You're running late. You're moving fast. You're talking quickly. You're stressed about 1,000 things, and your cat is watching all of it. Studies on animal behavior show that cats absorb stress from their environment, especially from the humans they are bonded to. When the environment becomes chaotic, your cat's brain switches into a high alert mode. The dangerous part is that this state doesn't disappear when you walk out the door. Your cat can remain stressed for hours. This can lead to restless pacing, excessive grooming, or destructive behavior. Small changes can make a huge difference. Waking up a little earlier, moving more slowly, spending just a few minutes playing with your cat before you leave. A short play session helps your cat release pent-up energy and shifts their brain into a more relaxed state. Cats that play before being left alone are far more likely to sleep peacefully while you're gone. Mistake 3. Leaving your cat alone with nothing to do. Many people assume that cats just sleep all day when they're home alone. In reality, cats only sleep deeply when they feel mentally safe and satisfied. In an empty environment with no toys, no stimulation, and no challenges, your cat's brain doesn't rest. Instead, it starts searching for stimulation. Research shows that prolonged boredom causes chronic stress in cats. This stress often appears as destructive scratching, excessive grooming, or emotional withdrawal. The solution doesn't need to be complicated. Leave out toys. Provide scratching posts. Add climbing areas. Use puzzle feeders or food dispensing toys. When a cat's brain is engaged, the body can finally relax. Let me ask you something. When you leave the house, what does your cat usually do? Do they sleep calmly? Do they destroy furniture? Do they cry excessively? Do they cling to you when you return? Share your experience in the comments below. Many other cat owners will recognize themselves in your story. Mistake 4. Leaving only one bowl of water. Many people believe that one full bowl of water is enough. But cats are known for knocking over water bowls and being very picky about where they drink. Veterinary studies show that while cats can go without food for a short period, dehydration affects their kidneys and urinary system very quickly. After as little as 24 hours of inadequate water intake, cats can already show signs of physiological stress. If the water bowl is tipped over, dirty, or placed somewhere the cat dislikes, they may stop drinking entirely. A safer solution is to place multiple water sources in different locations around the house. If possible, use a flowing water fountain, since many cats prefer moving water. Mistake 5. Leaving dangerous objects within reach. Small objects like rubber bands, hair ties, charging cables, and long strings are extremely attractive to cats. They move, they stretch, they trigger a cat's hunting instincts. The problem is that cats can accidentally swallow these items. When a cat ingests string or elastic materials, it can cause intestinal blockage, a life-threatening condition that often requires emergency surgery. Before leaving the house, check low surfaces, tables, beds, and floors. If an object can fit in your cat's mouth, it's a risk. Put it away. Mistake 6. Overly excited greetings. When you come home, you walk through the door. Your cat runs toward you. They meow loudly. They rub against your legs. It's a familiar scene. Most people instinctively bend down, pick up their cat, pet them nonstop, and talk excitedly. We do it out of love. But what many people don't realize is that this kind of intense greeting can actually increase a cat's anxiety when you're away. Over time, your cat's brain begins to associate both your departure and your return as major emotional events. Big events create anticipation. Anticipation creates tension. Eventually, your cat may become more restless and anxious every time you prepare to leave the house. Feline behavior specialists often recommend that your return home should be calm and uneventful. Let your cat regulate their emotions first. Once they've settled down, then begin petting and interacting. Calmness when you return is just as important as calmness when you leave. As someone who has lived with cats for many years, I've made almost every mistake in this video. I used to think hugging my cat tightly was love. I used to believe that letting my cat figure things out was respecting their independence. It wasn't until I started deeply studying feline behavior that I realized something crucial. Cats don't need us to be present all the time, but they desperately need stability. They need to know that their environment is predictable. They need to know that you leaving and returning is normal, not a disaster. When you change the way you leave the house and the way you come back, you'll notice profound changes. Your cat will be calmer. They'll sleep better. Unstable behaviors will decrease dramatically. Loving your cat isn't about doing more. It's about doing it right. If you found this video helpful, please share it with other cat owners, because understanding is the longest lasting form of love.